Hi everyone and welcome to this fun new video. Mona just jumped onto me, which is very sad because I'll need my laptop in just a second. But we haven't snuggled today yet because today I need to film and edit and publish this video all in one day. And I also have therapy in between, so I hope everything goes well. But in this video I will be ranking my crochet items and also some other items that I have designed so far. There are more than 30 items that I have designed over the past 2 years. I think about 2 years ago I started designing my first item, and I would say for about 1/3 of these items I have written a little pattern. And my patterns aren't tested, by the way, but I do have a membership, a monthly membership, where you get access to all of my patterns so far, and every month I upload at least one new pattern. I actually call it like instructions because it's just everything I did to make the item myself, but like I said, it doesn't get tested or anything. But I will mention in this video if I have written a pattern for it so that you can check it out if you're interested in my membership. There are a lot of patterns on there already. So the first half of this video will be ranking my items. I hope my screen capture will work. And then the second half of this video will be a Q&A. This actually is kind of like a filler video, but I honestly think this will reach a lot more people, which my channel could really use right now because my videos haven't been doing as well this year. So I really hope this reaches new people. If you're new here, I am Hippie Hooray and I mainly do crochet content, but I also do other crafts like illustration and other crafts. I also send out physical rewards for my memberships like prints and stickers, as you can see here, for example. These are the rewards for this month, for May. And if you're interested, you can stick around to watch the whole video to see the Q&A to get to know me better. So let's get started, I guess. If Mona... Oh baby, she almost like fell. I'm gonna take my laptop and we're gonna start ranking. I also was kind of lazy and I just took some screenshots on my Instagram because I don't know where all the files are for every little thing I made in the past 2 years. Well, everything I designed myself. So I just took some screenshots of my Instagram. I'm already wearing one of the items I designed myself, by the way. My choker fell off, so I guess we're not gonna wear my choker anymore. Okay, I think my screen recording is working. So we're gonna start. We have S tier, A tier, B tier, C tier, and D tier. I have not prepared this besides uploading all the images I could find on my Instagram. I'm pretty sure I must have missed some items I designed, but I just took the ones that I could find on my Instagram page, the pictures I saw. So we're gonna start with my jacket that I upcycled, and I did like this cat applique in the back, and I kind of like invented how to crochet in like a custom shape. I'm pretty sure this is not an original experience, but I was very proud that I like came up with it myself. And I made all these puffy flowers and I attached it to the jacket. And I actually really love it. I have worn the jacket a few times. I just don't really know what to pair it with besides maybe like a basic outfit besides the jacket. So I'll do maybe B tier because I do like it, but it's not like spectacular. I do really like the kitten, the cat in the back though. I think it's very cute. Then we have this little vest that's actually was inspired by like those Ghani tops with like the bow in the middle. Oh my god, I have such a hard time talking today. I hope it's not too annoying. And it took me like 7 hours to crochet, so very quickly, but I actually don't wear it and I was planning to sell it, but it's not getting sold. It's also 100% wool, but I did put it in my washing machine, so it's like a tiny bit felted, but it's still alright. I'm gonna put it at, I think, D tier because it is very cute, but I just have never worn it and I really want to get rid of it as well. Then the scarf I made for my boyfriend Evert. This is actually knitted. I have not knitted at all last year, but in 2023 I have knitted a few things. So the scarf is one thing I knitted. I don't have a pattern for this, but I actually just followed a graph I designed myself. And then I put fabric on the back to make it a bit more sturdier and thicker. And what's it called? Like the ball at the end, it's like the spikes are cut out as well in like a custom shape, which I think is very cool. And Evert does wear this quite often during the winter. The only thing is it has aged a little bit. So I should look at that scarf again to see how I can freshen it up again. I'm gonna put it at B tier just because I really love it, but it's not an item I crocheted for myself because it's for my boyfriend. Then these Halloween hats, candy corn hats slash pumpkin hats, I made for me and my cat. This actually has a video tutorial on my YouTube if you're interested, where I explain how to crochet this hat. I wore it maybe once for a video I was filming probably, and Mona obviously also wore it only one time. But I think it's very cute, and if you're going to like a Halloween party or something, or you just want to look very cute during autumn, I think this would be very nice. So I'm gonna put it in C tier, I think. Next, my autumn graph slash tapestry. So I designed this graph in Stitch Fiddle and then I crocheted with Tunisian crochet. I actually love Tunisian crochet color work, and I already know that a few people think of me and then think of Tunisian crochet. I haven't done it in a very long time though, but I usually do Tunisian crochet when I want to do color work. I don't really see any flaws with it personally, so I think I'm gonna rate it A tier. Then my aquarium outfit that I crocheted to go to an aquarium, obviously, because there was a Animal Crossing crossover. I wore it only to go to the aquarium, so, but I do really like the design. It's very cute, it's just not very wearable, so I haven't worn it since. And I am someone that's, I personally, like a pet peeve of mine is when crocheters, especially crochet YouTubers, crochet something for a video and then never wear it, and I guess I have done it as well a few times. So maybe I'm a hypocrite, but so I'm gonna rate this, I think C tier, because I do think it looks very cool, but it's not very wearable. The next item, well, it's actually a set. It's my smiley set, but I am busy writing a pattern for the smiley sweater vest, so one day I will share that on my Ko-fi membership. But yeah, I designed this sweater vest and it actually needs a lot more altering to the pattern, especially for bigger sizes. But I do really like this and I also wear it quite often. It is acrylic though, so it is quite warm, but I do really like wearing this set. And also the skirt has like stretched a little bit, so it's not very tight on my waist. But I think I'm gonna rate this, I think S tier, just because I crochet this design every single year, you guys. This year I crocheted for an art swap for someone else, so I'm gonna rate it S tier, I think. Then the next thing is a little bit random because it's not crochet. It's actually sewing, and I also didn't design the sewing pattern, but I did design the fabric. So I did make the drawings for the fabric and I ordered it on a site called Cotton Bee, so you can upload your own design and then they make a fabric for you. This is not sponsored. Please, Cotton Bee, if you ever see this, please sponsor me, because I would love to make much more fabrics. But I do think it's very cute. I did hand sew this, so it's not very nicely sewn. You can see some weird stitches here and there, and I also kind of altered the pattern a little bit, so it's not very well fitting on my body. So I think I'm gonna rate it B tier, but I do want to wear this a lot more often. Then I have my dress that's actually band merch from one of my boyfriend's bands, and I wanted to turn it into a dress, so I made all these squares on the bottom to turn it into a dress, and I also added ruffles on the sleeves, on the bottom, and I did some like a hardcore My Melody design that I also partly designed myself, and then I painted it on the back, and I actually had so much fun making this design, but then the YouTube video about it did so bad. So that's kind of sad because I put so much effort into this and it was so fun to make. I think I'm gonna rate it B tier probably. I feel like a lot of these are gonna be B tier. The next in our list is actually the first item I ever designed, and I honestly think it looks kind of bad because I feel like I wanted to do too much. I did the tapestry crochet, back then I still did it with normal crochet, I did like the squiggles on the side, I did all the different colors, and then I also added a ribbon on the bottom to tie the sweater vest around my hips. And I feel like there's just too much going on, but this was my very first item I designed myself. It also was a little bit too big. I would rate it D tier, to be honest, because I have worn it maybe once in the beginning, but I also don't want to sell it because it's my very first item I ever designed. So I feel like I would rate it B tier, but since it's my very first design, I think I'm gonna rate it C tier. Then the next in our list is actually a set. And the whole set took me 100 hours to crochet, which isn't unusual when I crochet a full outfit. So I did a top and shorts I'm gonna talk about later because they are also in this list. And then I made this kind of like cardigan thingy and skirt, and they also had matching leg warmers, but you can't see them in this picture. But yeah, I'm now talking about the cardigan and the skirt, and I honestly I do really like the design. I have never worn it. I don't know where I would wear it. And I also don't really like the yarn, to be honest. I feel like the colors just aren't what I really like. So I actually am trying to sell this piece as well. I also added ribbons to it to make it a little bit more interesting. But I don't really know if the ribbons also match that well with the outfit. I would maybe frog it and reuse the yarn, but I don't really like the colors of the yarn, to be honest. I don't know why I bought this. I think I ordered it online and thought I really liked the colors, but I was wrong. I don't know. So I'm gonna rate this, I don't know, I do really like it. So maybe also C tier, but I just never wear it and it's just not 100% my style. So I would love to sell it maybe one day. I also had notes written on how I designed all of this, but I don't really know if I would ever turn this into a pattern. Let me know in the comments if you would be interested in a pattern, if I could ever unravel what I have written down for these notes, because this is also over a year ago, I think a year and a half ago that I designed this, so I don't even know if I would understand my own notes, if you know what I mean. Okay, next is something I made for kind of like a Ren fair that also matches a dress I'll show later in this list. It's so cute. I obviously only wore it once. I am thinking maybe it would look cute in my studio space, like on a wall or something. But this is so cute, and I did get inspired by other fairy wings, but I did come up with the pattern myself. So I think I'm gonna rank this A tier just because it's super cute and I do like the look of it, and I think it might look cute in my studio space. Then the next is another tapestry. Don't mind the plushie, by the way. The plushie isn't designed by me because I have no idea how to design plushies. But I did make this graph again. It's like the same concept as my autumn tapestry, but then with pink and red, and it was kind of like Sunny Angels themed. I do have the graph and also instructions on how I crochet this on my Ko-fi membership as a PDF if you're interested, and also a link to the Stitch Fiddle graph. I think I'm also gonna rank this A tier just because I feel like it's on the same level as my autumn tapestry. Then the next outfit is what I previously talked about, so it's the top and the shorts from the outfit that took me 100 hours to crochet. I think it's very cute. It is a little bit itchy, but I think I'm gonna wear this again during summer. It's maybe a little bit revealing because you can probably see like through the yarn, so I have to wear nude underwear, but besides that I think it's very cute. So I think I'm gonna rate it B tier because I don't want to sell it, I want to keep wearing it. So far we haven't seen a lot of items that I have written a pattern for, apparently. And the next item is also sewn. Yeah, I just tried to copy the pattern of a skirt I already had. It's like patchwork, but it's way too stiff. I have put together an outfit now, like a one outfit where the skirt actually fits in so nicely. But besides that, I don't think I'll ever wear it besides like that one specific outfit. It's just very stiff. I actually wanted it to be flowy. The colors are kind of chaotic. There are a lot of, like, if you look closely to the skirt, it's actually very badly done. Because it's also my first year following sewing classes, but at home I'm like a little bit more rushed when I do my projects with sewing. So I think I'm gonna rate this maybe C tier. I do still like it though, especially with that one specific outfit. Then the next item in our list, I'm gonna see. I have already been filming for 21 minutes and I'm still at the ranking part, and then we need to do the Q&A. So I'm gonna try to hurry a little bit because I also still need to edit this full video today. So we have this scarf and bonnet and glove set, which I really love. Also with tapestry crochet, with Tunisian crochet. Probably S tier is probably one of my favorite things I've designed, and I do wear it quite often during autumn and winter. It's just super cute and definitely like the vibe I want to go for crochet items. The next thing in our list is this blouse. I just embroidered it. It's just a blouse I thrifted, which is still polyester. I thrifted it on Vinted and it is Shein. So like the quality isn't amazing, and then I embroidered all these cute designs onto it. I am trying to sell this as well. The items I'm trying to sell are on my Vinted, by the way, which is Hippie Hooray. If you're interested, if you live in Europe. I think I'm gonna rate this D tier also because there aren't a lot of other things in my D tier so far, so I think I'm gonna rate it D tier. Then my very hungry caterpillar sweater. I love this so much. I have a pattern for this on my Ko-Fi membership. I just love this so much. I wear it quite often. I'm gonna rate this S tier just because I think it's perfect. Then another knitted sweater. I'm actually also trying to sell this one on Vinted. And I also made a matching bag with crochet, which is like strawberry type. But I did give this bag to my mom, which I kind of regret because I don't even know if she still has it. I think she does, but I do think the bag with the sweater looks very nice together. The only thing, like the sweater, I do think the design is super cute, but the tension on the sweater wasn't very even, so that's why I'm also trying to sell it. Like I did wear it a few times, but it's not one of my favorite sweaters, and I need to clear out my closet to make even more sweaters and other clothing. So I think I'm gonna rank this C tier as well. Then the next item is, this was my second design I ever made. Well, it was also based on my first design I ever made. So it's the same type of construction, but with another like graph and everything. I do wear this quite often. I think it's very cute. I'm actually trying to sell the dress I'm wearing underneath, and now I'm thinking I should keep that dress because it looks so cute with the sweater vest I crocheted, so I should delete that off of my Vinted. I think it's very cute. I would rate it B tier. Then the next item is another thrift flip. I thrifted this sweater and then I added all these details onto it. I crocheted these sheep, I duplicate stitched like all the stuff onto it. I made these bows, I made the color. I do think it looks super cute. It's maybe a little bit busy. I do wear this sweater a lot as well. Oh, I also added like fabric ruffles onto it. So it's like a total thrift flip with all kinds of stuff added onto it. I do think it's super cute, maybe a little bit too busy. And I also feel like the crocheted sheep are like maybe a little bit unclear what it is. I feel like a knitted version or a Tunisian crochet version would be a lot cuter with this specific color work since it's so small. I'm gonna rate it B tier maybe. I do really like it. It's a little bit busy though. Then up next again is my smiley sweater vest, but I made it for my boyfriend Evicht and it was absolute hell. Everything went wrong and then at the end it didn't even fit him. So I'm gonna rank this D tier. And as you can see, I also made a version for Mona, our cat, which is very cute. She also wore it one time, obviously. So I'm gonna rank this D tier just because the experience of crocheting this for my boyfriend was so bad. And I have to crochet it again in the future. Then next I have my... oh, dude, these are two items actually. I have my play suit, I guess it's called. And then my cardigan, my hexagon cardigan. This was for my most viewed YouTube video so far. I'm gonna rank this S tier because I think this outfit is super cute. I also have patterns on this on my Ko-Fi membership if you're interested. Then the next item, I think this is one of my favorite items I've ever crocheted, and I'm gonna remake this in another color combination soon. and I will try to write a pattern for this if you're interested. So this is probably one of my favorite things I ever designed. Definitely S tier, and I'm gonna make it again, try to write a pattern for it. Then next up we have my tiered cake type of skirt. That's kind of what it reminds me of. I do really love this. I'm not wearing it as often because I'm always scared it will grab onto stuff and then like rip or something, or I will fall. So that's why I haven't worn it as much outside. I do have a pattern for this on my Ko-Fi membership. I think I'm gonna rank it A tier just because I think it's super cute. Then next I have my filet crochet cardigan with like the butterflies, and then my filet crochet bandana. I do have a pattern on this, but it's more like how you can copy your favorite cardigan, because this was based on a cardigan I already have. So I have a PDF on how you can copy your favorite cardigan, and also a PDF on how you can do filet crochet if you're interested in that over on my membership. So I would rate this S tier because I do wear it very often and it's very comfortable. You can just wear this over a black t-shirt, black pants, and it will look so much more elevated. Next we have this top that was like based on a lingerie top I saw at Urban Outfitters. This is one of my most recent videos as well, the vlog of me crocheting this. I'm gonna rate this S tier as well. I actually still need to adjust the straps. I need to redo the straps because I made one strap shorter than the other one on accident, and I still need to update the straps before I can actually wear it out. But this is definitely S tier, one of my favorite things I've crocheted as well. And I am currently writing a pattern for this, and I will upload it next month on my Ko-Fi membership. Then the next thing is a full outfit, but I put it all in one image for this tier list because it will go into S tier. I have this corset I crocheted that I'm currently also wearing. I have the kind of like bell sleeved over the shoulder top that I crocheted, and then the maxi skirt, and all of these you can wear together but also with separate outfits, which I think is very convenient. I just love these. For all three items in this outfit I have a pattern on my membership as well if you're interested. Then we are at the last three items. I am really trying to hurry you guys so that this video doesn't become 1 hour long. I have this dress, and it's kind of like the same story as with my corset. I designed the fabric myself. It was actually for a month-long challenge where I drew every single day of the month, and then I turned a few of my favorites of those drawings into this fabric, and it was supposed to look like a little bit of a quilted fabric, and then I turned it into a dress, but it was horrible because I didn't really know how to sew back then. I'm gonna rank this D tier because I think I wore it once. I honestly don't really like it as much, but it was the first time I ordered custom fabric, so it was a very nice experience and I did learn a lot. The next item are my crocheted socks. I'm gonna put these in D tier as well because it's not even that visible what it's supposed to be. I was trying to design very cute color work socks, but I feel like that's more something you should do with knitting because these socks turn out so chunky. I never wore them. I don't even know where they are at the moment, but I did make a full video about this. I guess it didn't do as well either, but it was just a little bit of a flop, but it was a very nice experience in the way that I did learn a lot. And then my last item in the list is my scrap yarn sweater, cardigan I mean. I love this one so much. I also wear it quite often. I'm gonna put this in S tier, and I do have a pattern for this on my Ko-Fi membership as well. So this is my full list. Oh my god, this has taken me so long. So let me stop my screen recording. Okay, I think it's saved. And now I'm gonna go to my Q&A. So I'm gonna try to go very quickly through all the questions you guys asked me over on my YouTube community tab and over on my Instagram stories. I want to thank you guys all for leaving me questions because it does mean a lot to me that you're taking time out of your day to ask me questions, and also thank you everyone for the nice compliments or responses you gave to me. But I'm gonna try to go very quickly through the questions and answers. First, I'm gonna start with the crochet related questions. How did you get into crochet? how did you start crocheting? I actually got burned out in 2019, 2020 kind of. Back then I was still self-employed as an illustrator, but because I was burned out, I had to stop my business completely. And I was kind of scared to continue drawing and posting on like my business Instagram because I was on like sick leave. I don't know how to explain it, but basically I didn't really want to draw anymore. And then during my last stay at the mental hospital, I wanted to do something with my hands again, so I tried out knitting. Didn't do that again for a long time. This is my first thing I ever knitted, by the way. It was kind of way too big and a little bit chaotic. And then later on when we bought this house and everyone was renovating, but I was sometimes having a hard time to help. So that's when I kind of learned crocheting, and it did take me a long time to pick up again, but then after a few months I basically started crocheting, I think every single day. So that's kind of how it started, basically because I wanted to do something with my hands again that wasn't illustrating. Channel/social media goals for 2025. I did set a lot of goals for 2025, but since this year my YouTube has been not getting as much views. I did get a lot of views last year, kind of during summer, but then after that my views kind of went down again. My original goals for 2025 was to get 7,500 subscribers, but now I think that's a little bit crazy, and my goal is actually, my ideal goal would be 5,000 subscribers, but I feel like that's still a little bit too ambitious. Some other goals are, I would really love to have sponsorships, but I honestly don't think that would be the case this year. And I want to keep making weekly videos at least this year, because I don't really know how the upcoming years will go, because I will probably need to take up more hours at my day job, so I don't know if I will have time to upload weekly then. Have you always been crafty/creative? If not, what lit that spark in you? I actually wanted to study textiles or illustration when I was in high school, like for college, but I ended up doing a web design and web development because I wanted to have more chances at finding a job, which is very ironic because I actually never did anything with web design or web development when it comes to a job. But ever since I was a young child, I think my first YouTube upload was 17 years ago now, and it was a stop motion video. Yeah, I have always been creative, especially when it comes to making videos and making content. Also always have had a blog. I do want to make a video about my blog of when I was a teenager, so that's coming soon, in a few weeks or a few months, I have no idea. Have you had any other crafty passions before crochet, and if yes, what was it? Definitely illustration, which I have also done as a job for a while. And now I still do it, but a lot less often compared to crocheting. If you take a break from crochet, do you also take a break from drawing? For some context, I'm currently taking a break from crocheting because I think I started getting carpal tunnel. But no, I did still draw in the meantime for my Ko-Fi membership. For the rewards next month, I'm gonna show the rewards for next month on screen here, by the way, if you're interested. I was really hoping, if I'm not crocheting, that I would maybe draw a bit more or pick up sewing again at home, but I feel like crocheting is such a mindless task for me, and drawing and sewing or doing other crafts requires so much more brain power, so I definitely just did doom scroll a lot more if I'm not crocheting. Baby, come! Baby! What is your favorite kind of yarn to work with? I actually don't really know if I have a favorite type of yarn. It does depend on how it's crocheted, because you do have those cotton yarns that like split on your hook, which is very annoying. But I do think I like the quality of cotton and wool the most on my finished project, but I also just mostly go for like the cheapest yarn compared to the quality of the yarn. That's like my favorite type of yarn, like cheap yarn. Which project, crochet or otherwise, of yours was the most enjoyable to work on versus which project was the least enjoyable to make? I kind of talked about this already in my ranking, my tier list. My least enjoyable project was my sweater vest for my boyfriend that I will have to remake. And then my most enjoyable, I think, was my scarf and bonnet set. To be honest, I have so many projects that I really enjoyed making, but I love doing color work, so I guess this is my most favorite item for when it comes to working on it. Do you consider yourself someone who enjoys the process of crocheting, or do you crochet because of the result? Definitely because of the result. And I always have super long projects, but after like 20 hours of crocheting, I'm really starting to get tired of it, but I just keep going because I love seeing the results and I hate having whips. If you notice a mistake in your work, say 50 rows back, are you the type to frog your work and fix it? Or do you just move on with the project? I usually go back and frog it and fix it, unless it's not really noticeable. Now we're gonna go to like the more personal questions to end the video. What are you looking forward to this summer? For me, definitely also flowers, but I do think spring is my most favorite season, so I don't really know about summer. I guess since my studio space will be finished, we will have a lot more time during the weekends to do fun activities, maybe go to the beach, go do a hike, maybe go to a zoo, I don't know. I guess I'm really looking forward to this summer to have more time during the weekends to do fun activities. What are you most excited about having a studio for? First of all, having all my stuff in one space, because I hated setting up all my items, like my Cricut machine, my sewing machine on the kitchen table. It was so annoying to do. And then also I hope my videos will look a little bit more aesthetic when I have my studio space. How did you met with your boyfriend? We met on Tinder and I actually super liked him. And then yeah, we started talking and we met in real life, and we have been together for 8 years so far. What is your favorite genre of music, and also what is your favorite band you've seen perform live? So my favorite performances, oh my god, Mona is losing so much hair. I'm actually also saving up her hair to maybe like make yarn of her fur one day. Yeah, my favorite performances, concerts, Gorillas and Pendulum probably. I don't really go to a lot of concerts to begin with. And my music genre, I think, what did I write down? I think pop, funky music, indie-tronics, I think it's called. A little bit of R&B, hyper pop. I don't know, I honestly like a lot of different music, but I prefer very upbeat music. Oh my god, Mona is being so cute and she's like out of frame this whole time, which is very sad, but she's being very cute. I guess that was the video, you guys. If you're interested in more videos, I mainly do a lot of vlogs, to be honest, so this was more of like a filler video. If you're interested in more videos of me, subscribe, support me in any way that you're comfortable, and I'll see you in next week's video. Bye bye! Oh no, I also forgot I'm wearing a white dress. So it's covered in Mona hair now, which is very sad.